Senior Citizen's Guide to Basic Digital Marketing. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the many different ways you can promote your passive income business. Whether you have a download site, some sort of service platform, an app you had programmed for you, a piece of software, a book or blog that makes you money, you need to know the basics of online marketing so you can drive traffic. It's really as simple as this question. No traffic means no money. Wrap your mind around that. If you want to generate passive income from the internet, you have to figure out how to drive that traffic. Of course, the cheaper the traffic, the better. The good news is that the vast majority of the methods I'm going to describe below are free. Don't get too excited. Nothing is really free. They may not cost you actual dollars, but they will cost you your time. So if you have a lot of time, you can take these steps and produce quite a bit of traffic. It goes without saying that if you are selling your services through your own website or through a Web 2.0 site like blogger.com or medium.com or wordpress.com, you can also use the same digital marketing methods described here. Preliminary step number 1, start a blog to promote your service. Create a blog on your own domain name if you can. If not, use Web 2.0 platforms like wordpress.com, blogger.com, or medium.com. When you create a professional-looking blog, this means you have to put graphics. Maybe you need to install a theme. Make it look good. Once you've done that, address basic questions regarding your service. Why would people want to use your service? What kind of problem do they have? For example, if you are a graphics designer, why would people need the help of a graphic designer? Well, normally, they would need banners. They would need graphical headers for their blogs. They may need specialized graphics for a blog post. Talk about those needs and why it's a good idea to use those types of items. Talk about the benefits of such graphical products for people's business. Go to places like Quora.com to compile a massive list of questions people normally ask regarding your type of business. Answer those questions on your blog. Alternatively, you could offer buyer's guides. This is intended for people who already want to hire people like you. This content is intended to convince them to hire you instead of somebody else. In your guide, you will say that people should look for certain qualities or certain features, and then you upsell your service. The bottom line is you create online resources that address the end user's needs. When they read these materials, they will figure out key questions regarding their needs, and your brand becomes more credible to them. They are more likely to buy from you because you gave them critical information that could help them make a more informed decision. Preliminary step number 2, create a sales funnel. Once you have started a blog to promote your service, you need to create a sales funnel. This is crucial. A lot of people think that once they put any kind of content on the internet, that somehow, some way, that content will magically transform traffic into cold hard cash. I wish it were that easy. While I have no doubt that this sometimes happens, but for the most part, it doesn't. You have to understand that most people are busy. Most people have better things to do. So as much as possible, they would rather be pushed into or persuaded into some sort of sales conversion process. If your content doesn't do that, then you can kiss that potential sale goodbye. Instead, those eyeballs will eventually convert for somebody else who knows what they are doing. The key here is to understand that you're not blogging just for the sake of blogging. Your blog content must lead to sales. If you don't get this, then don't blog. It's that simple. Set up a simple sales funnel. A sales funnel is really just a flowchart of different types of content you put online. This material ends up filtering or qualifying your traffic so that eventually they buy from you. That's as simple as it gets. That's as simple as it needs to be. The most basic way to do this is to create info pages. These are pieces of content that answers people's questions and defines certain issues for them. These can be used as resources by people ultimately interested in the service that you are offering. However, once you have created these pages, they should link to selection pages. On these pages, you tell people how they should select the right service provider. This is how you gently nudge them to pick you. But if you don't call them to action and just tell them, okay, here's the answer to your question, you're basically trusting that they will pick you. How can they pick you when you didn't even tell them, hey, I'm available. Here's what I have to offer. Here's why my service is so superior compared to others. You have to create selection pages. These can be reviews. These can be finely tuned selection guides. These can even be online forms that people plug details into which ultimately selects a particular service that you offer. Whatever the case may be, you have to gently twist people's arms so they buy from you and not from somebody else. Remember The name of the game is not just to find your stuff, but to get them to something that will put dollars in your pocket. It's all about conversion. Now, if you have a passive income site, this also applies. This is most applicable when it comes to service providers, but if you have an information site that makes money when people click on ads, selection pages call people to action. So, when these ads show up, people know what to expect and they are more likely to click. The bottom line is getting people to convert, convert, convert. Preliminary step number 3, get ready to promote your content on social media. What follows are actual traffic generation methods. It's really important to understand that if you don't generate traffic, you're not going to make money. It's that simple. No traffic means no money. To put it in a more positive way, traffic means money. Regardless of how you look at it, you need to get traffic. It could be paid or it could be free. No matter what you choose, you have to get traffic, because without traffic, your pages are not going to turn into cash. That's the bottom line. Method number 1, promote your content on social media. There are tons of social media platforms out there, and I am of course talking about Pinterest, Facebook, which can be broken down into Facebook pages and Facebook groups, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Go to all these social media platforms and look for areas that are directly related to the service that you are offering or the content you're offering. For example, if you have a blog on how to make money on the stock market, you can bet that there are tons of Facebook pages and groups that talk about stock investing. Get a massive list of this going. You may even hire a virtual assistant to do this. Once you've done that, create your social media accounts. Ideally, you should have a social media account on all the major platforms. Again, these are Twitter, Facebook, which is broken down into pages and groups, YouTube, Pinterest, and Instagram. The more platforms, the better. Create your social media accounts. These have to look professional. Maybe you have to invest in a cover graphic. If you don't know how to make one, you can easily buy them cheap at places like Fiverr. Once you've created your social media accounts, populate them, include your bio, and include a little background on your service or your content. Next, share your content on your accounts. If this is passive income content, this is pretty straightforward. Just drop the link. The same applies to your service website's blog. The key is to share your content on all your accounts. Once you've done a fair bit of sharing, the next step is to find all the subsections of these social media platforms where people already talk about your type of service, the need for your service, where people are normally interested in your type of service. Alternatively, these can be places where people talk about the topics that you cover on your blog, your resource websites, or online store. The key is to find these places and then become active on them. Here's the secret. Don't just share your own stuff. If you did that, you'll get banned for spamming, so don't even try. Instead, find high-quality third-party content and share these on your accounts first, and then from there, link to these subsections. If you do this right, you won't get banned because you are sharing high-quality information that you did not write. This is called content curation. As long as you are sharing the link and not whooping off the content and then sharing that, you should be fine. To turbocharge the results, you might want to use automation software to publish on your social media accounts. Software like Jarvee, Hootsuite. The name of the game is to run all this curated content through your accounts to draw a lot of attention from people in different social media platforms. Eventually, you mix in the content you share on your blog, and then if people click the link to that, they end up on your blog, and you can then convert that traffic. Method number 2, promote on Quora. Quora is a question and answer platform where people basically ask all sorts of questions about all sorts of topics under the sun. The website is organized in terms of questions. People would post a question and then other people would answer. Quora is a great way to get very targeted traffic. For example, you have a blog that makes money by offering content to people applying to MBA programs. You can find all sorts of MBA-related questions on Quora, answer them, and link directly to specific blog posts. As long as there's a tight fit between the question, your answer, and the resource link you supplied, you should be fine. However, if there's a big disconnect and it's obvious that you are just trying to get free traffic from Quora, not only will your answers get deleted so you don't get any traffic, but your account can also get banned. Method number 3, promote via guest posts on blogs. If you are a blogger, you know that blogging takes a lot of time and effort. This is why a lot of bloggers would actually save money by inviting other bloggers to contribute content. The contributing bloggers benefit by being able to get fresh eyeballs from the blogs that post their content on, as well as search engine optimization value for the links they include in their contributed content. This can produce a win-win situation. The blogger publishing guest posts wins by saving money on original content that's not published elsewhere. The contributor gets benefits by getting eyeballs and producing direct traffic that way, as well as a backlink for SEO purposes. The downside to guest posting on blogs is that you may be in a niche that is so specific that there are only a few blogs that cover it. When you try to pitch these blogs on your guest post, they may not be all that receptive. Method number 4, promote on Reddit. Reddit prides itself as the world's front page. It can make that claim because it gets a huge amount of traffic. When you post a link on the appropriate subreddit on Reddit, there's a good chance that it can generate quite a bit of traffic from that platform. Of course, the more specialized the subsection is, the less traffic you should expect. This is not necessarily bad. For example, if you have a blog that helps people get into medical school, you can promote the links to your blog post on subreddits that help with medical admissions. While it's obvious these sections on Reddit don't get much traffic, promoting on these subsections is still worth it because the eyeballs that you do get tend to be very interested. In other words, this is qualified traffic. This is not some random person just looking for funny pictures or inspiring images. These are people who are actually looking for specific problems related to medical admissions. If you position your post right and set up the right context for it, you might get a lot of customers. These are people who are looking to click on your ads or order services from you. The downside to Reddit is that people on Reddit are very, very sensitive to spam. Even if you're not actively promoting a link or even if your post does not have the link on it, they'll still find a way to report you for spam. That's how sensitive they are. This is why it's really important to play the game smart. You can mention the name of the website without the .com at the end. You can mention the email address of a person and then say that they are using Gmail and what their name is. People will be able to put together and use that name and form an email address and send email. You just have to be creative on Reddit. Method number 5, promote on forums. You can drive free traffic from forums that are directly related to your target niche. If you provide this service to website owners in the air conditioning industry, for example, you can find air conditioning forums populated by people who own air conditioning businesses. You can then post questions and then other people would answer, and then you can mention the fact that there's this article out there, people can click the link and they can go to the website and then upsell them there. The big advantage of forums is that they tend to be very specific. Also, the content you post on them tends to stay on the internet for a long time. In other words, the content functions as some sort of long-lasting resource. People would be able to find it for a long period of time. The downside is that just like Reddit, many forum users are very sensitive to spam. So as much as possible, you should develop quite a bit of credibility first. You can't just go in and just drop a link on day one. It doesn't work that way. Sooner or later, start dropping third-party high-quality content links. These are links to materials you know are the ultimate best with no disputes about the quality of their content. Of course, this is not your content, but it wouldn't matter because when you're sharing this content, people start looking at you as the authority. They know that when they pay attention to you and take you seriously, that you will not steer them wrong. You always give them the very best information. That's the kind of reputation you should build for yourself. Once you're able to do that, then you can start sprinkling in your own blog posts. And when people click those, they will end up with your website and you can then convert them. Method number 6, promote on Facebook comments, plugin-powered blog posts. Facebook has a plugin that many websites use. You can search for blogs that use this plugin, but use your content's target keywords. For example, you have a blog post on how to buy stocks. This, of course, is for your passive income website. People read that content, then they click on an ad, and you may make money. Pretty straightforward. You can promote this using this technique by looking for keywords related to your blog post and then searching for blog posts that are powered by the Facebook comment plugin. This means that this blog posts written by other people are on blogs that have Facebook's comment plugin. You then enter your response to that blog post and then drop a link to your post. The big advantage of this method is that you get highly targeted traffic. Please understand that no matter how obscure your target content is, there's a high chance somebody has already written about it on some sort of blog. Find that content And if that content has a comment section that's powered by Facebook, comment on it and then drop your link. The disadvantage here is that if you're obviously spamming, you will get penalized. People don't like promotions on their page. You're basically promoting at their expense. This is why you have to share valuable content. Method number 7, promote on Pinterest. Every blog post on your website can have an image attached to it. Find that image. Get it custom made on places like Fiverr. Once you have the royalty for the image, go to Pinterest and pin it using hashtags or categories directly related to your niche. The upside to this is it's pretty straightforward. It's very easy to do, and you can link from that photo to your blog post. The downside to this is you need to do this a lot, and you have to produce the right content. Also, Pinterest is great for products and not so great for services or concepts. Method number 8, promote on blog comments. Basically, you search for these blog posts. The same way how you would be looking for blog posts that use the Facebook comment plugin mentioned in one of the methods above. The only difference is that these blog posts don't necessarily have to use the Facebook comment plugin. You still do the same things though. You have to talk about what the blog post is about, raise certain questions, and then raise the issue that has something to do with the link that you are promoting. This is not something you can copy and paste. You have to do this on your own. You have to be a decent writer to pull this off. But the good news is, if you are able to do this right, you will attract the right eyeballs. Method number 9, Facebook page commenting. Find your competitors on Facebook. Whether you're a service provider or you are a blogger or a content website owner, find your competing pages on Facebook. Look for their pinned post. These are posts that appear on the front page. Comment on the number 1 comment on that page. Ideally, you should find content that has no comments first. Comment on that, and then use the same techniques for blog commenting that I've mentioned earlier, and then drop your link. Method number 10, Facebook group marketing. Join as many different Facebook groups related to your niche and use the same commenting strategies I've mentioned above. Paid options. In addition to the free methods above, you can always pay for traffic. Depending on how much money you have available to invest in building an online income stream, this may be a workable option, or it may be off limits to you. It's a good idea to cut your teeth on free traffic generation first before paying for traffic. Dear valued customer, would you like to discover a shortcut to start working from home using the internet? If so, pay close attention to this very limited, special offer. You will only see this once. First off, thanks so much for purchasing the guide that will teach you all the skills you need to start working from home using the internet. If you follow the step-by-step guide, you'll be heading straight to that goal. But what if you could do it even faster? And what if you could ensure that you get the absolute best results possible and stay focused? In short, making sure that this is a real success. Now, the good news is that you can. For a limited time, you can get access to the video upgrade to the guide you just purchased at a very low price. This powerful upgrade will make it easier to get started and stay committed to your ultimate goal. Just to be clear, this is an exclusive upgrade for customers only. Why do you need to upgrade to the video version of the Work at Home and Digital Marketing for Seniors Guide? Did you know that most people learn a lot faster when they see something being done on video, other than just by reading about it? That's because most people out there are visual learners. How do you normally learn the best? Although the guide you just purchased gives you a step-by-step approach to working from home using the internet, experience tells us that it requires learners to pay very close attention to the details to get the best results possible. If you miss any of the most important details or do things the wrong way, you may miss out on the full benefits offered inside the guide. For that very reason, I've put together a video version to make it easier to get positive results quickly. The video version of the guide you just purchased will help you avoid missing any important key details that you might miss by only reading the guide. Stay focused and accountable, and follow through and make sure you get ongoing results. Ensure that the work you put in now keeps on giving you benefits long into the future. Introducing the Work at Home and Digital Marketing for Seniors video course. Are you ready to learn all the skills you need to start working from home using the internet a lot faster? If the answer is yes, click the link below. Of course, you're probably wondering how much this is going to cost, right? First off, cost is the wrong word. This upgrade is an investment that will pay for itself many times over. This is the next best thing to having an expert on the subject right beside you, showing you how it's done. Of course, hiring an expert would easily set you back hundreds of dollars. Luckily, you're not going to have to invest anywhere near that today to get the next best thing. Not only will you avoid many of the most common mistakes that people make when trying to work from home using the internet, you'll notice immediate positive results in your achievements. And it's about to get even better. When you upgrade today, you'll also get this exclusive Fast Action bonus. Fast Action bonus, high-quality MP3s of the entire video version of the training, valued at $27. Don't have time to watch videos? I'm also providing you with 10 MP3s that you can use while you're on the go. Listen to them in the car, at home, or even at the office. All day, every day. And here's what's really great about this. You don't have to decide anything today. You get a full 30 days to go through the video training and decide if this is really for you. If for any reason, or no reason at all, you're not 100% satisfied with everything you get inside, simply let me know and I'll refund every penny of your tiny investment. No questions asked. Here's how to get instant access to the video version today. Simply click the link below, enter your information, and you'll get instant access to the entire video training version plus the Fast Action bonus MP3s. But please don't wait. You must grab this right now. In fact, if you close this page, you may never have the opportunity to upgrade to the video version of this ever again at an investment this low. Are you ready to make things happen a lot faster? If you prefer to learn by being shown how to do something and you want to get results quickly, this is for you. If you're really serious about working from home and generating a steady income by using the internet, this is for you. And if you're one of those people that's a visual learner, you need this. Here's to becoming the most productive you that you can be. Remember, if you close this page, you may never see this again at such a low investment. There's no risk. Try this out for 30 days and then decide if it's for you. It doesn't get any easier than that.